resources, climate change, and the juxtaposition with conflicts. So these are issues that are at the heart of the African continent, at the heart of the DRC, and where we want to push the Security Council to have these reflections too, and also have past milestone
resolutions. Let me just push you on this, because you put it so well. What would you like the Security Council to do?
Establish greater accountability, for example, for established links between natural resource exploitation and conflict. We see in many countries that conflicts are amplified by natural resources. You look at the DRC, you see that there is a lot of talk about clean minerals, but when it comes to actually ascertaining that value chains are indeed clean, when it comes to holding companies accountable, this is where the goodwill starts to fail us. So it's about putting in place a more robust...
I'm really interested in this, and I'm moderating a session tomorrow on critical minerals, where this will come up particularly. But is it that you would like the Security Council to crack down on the companies, on the armed groups that are abusing this, on governments?
I think a multi-pronged approach is necessary, obviously, because armed groups do not exist in a vacuum. They do not exploit natural resources. They don't build the mobile phones. They don't build the vehicles. So, you know, there is there are a number of stakeholders. In the case of the DRC, when you look at the M23 armed group, again, the United Nations group of experts has established that it has been benefiting from support for Rwanda. So this is a test case where you can see armed groups being stakeholders in the illicit exploitation of natural resources, which are critical to energy transition. You have states which are backing these armed groups, but you also have off-takers that are using these natural resources in the technology that is so omnipresent. So it's about seeing how we put in place mechanisms that hold all of these stakeholders accountable, and not just, you know, at the starting point and, you know, demonize, for example, natural resources from the DRC. And we have to bear, if you want, the bad publicity and the burden of this, whilst at the same time, the world is benefiting from our natural resources and from our cobalt and so on and so forth.
It's a very striking way of putting it.
It's accountability on all levels and throughout the value chain.